Alright guys, we are at the Quartz Mountain State Park here in Oklahoma playing their disc golf course. They have an 18-hole course out here in the mountains. It is beautiful out here. We're kind of racing the sun, so we're going to play as much of this course as we can, and I'm going to film my journey along the way. So this is hole 1. We're going to play the alt shorts just to save some time. It's 222 feet. The basket's down there in the open. We're going to take this Lone Star Wrangler and try to throw it on down there. Now there's no tee pads, it's all grass, so it's best to watch your footing. All right, we made it a good ways down there. Let's go check to see what the upshot looks like. All right, funny enough, we were actually throwing at the wrong basket, but my drive did land towards basket number 1. It's my first time here. I'm sure I'm going to make some mistakes. So let's try to get this birdie. All right, well, I didn't make it, but let's go tap in the par. All right, here's what we've got left for par on hole 1. All right, off to a pretty good start. All right, this is hole 2. Tee sign says 221. It looks pretty close. So I'm just gonna throw this Lone Star Copper Edge on a hyzer up there. All right, well, we left ourselves a putt. Let's go see what we're looking at. All right, here's where my upshot landed. Basket is just right in front of us. Let's try to get this birdie. Oh, right off the pole, but easy tap in par. All right, so we're at hole 3. It's 276 to the basket. You can't see it off the tee, but it dog legs around the corner, around this rough stuff, and the basket is in there. So we're gonna take this Brazos, throw it on a hyzer, and try to skip it around the corner. All right, I think we made it over there pretty decently, so let's go see what the upshot looks like. Didn't quite make it around the corner, but we do have a look at the basket. It's straight this way. So we're gonna take our putter and try to get it in there, or get it up there at the very least. All right, well, we gave it a bid and we landed right next to the basket, so you can't really ask much more than that. And that is hole 3. All right, this is hole 4. It's 216 feet. Now I'm gonna zoom out so you can see what the fairway looks like. So this is what we're shooting at. So you can kind of see that it's kind of a tight tunnel shot, pretty much dead straight at the basket. So I'm gonna take this Lone Star Yellow Rose and hopefully just try to pump it through the middle there. Oh, smacked the first tree. Let's try that again. This is a really interesting shot shape. So let's try throwing a different disc. I'm gonna try this Lone Star Artemis. Try to pump it through that gap. There we go. Now we made it through that first gap, but it did skip off into the junk on the left side. But that's, better than nothing, right? All right, so you can see my disc right there. I'm gonna do a pan over. That's where the basket is, so that's where we're gonna be taking this next shot. All right, so we are well cut off from the basket over here. I'm gonna try to poke something through. Maybe it'll go in, who knows? All right, well, it did not go in, but we got out. I think that's the most important thing here. So let us try to get this par, or this bogey, I should say. All right, that's a bogey on hole 4. All right, so we're at hole 5. It's 240 to the basket. The basket is inside of these trees up here, so I'm going to do a forehand with this Lone Star Dos Ex and just try to crash it in there. So I'm teeing off from the side over here. I just wanted to be able to catch the shot. All right, so we should be looking at the basket from over there. All right, so I'm about 20 short, but we made it to the mouth of the opening. Basket straight ahead. Let's try to get this birdie. There we go, first birdie of the round on hole 5.
Lizard, 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 lizard.